is
Stevie.
Hey.
Salutations, friends. It's pal, Sid Stevie, and today we're going to be taking a look at this very interesting flashlight. This is the E80 Angel Eyes from RovyVon. Before I get going, drinking some coffee, black like my soul, out of my Some Dude mug. Shout out to Some Dude, one of my favorite artists in the community. But yeah, this is an interesting light. I was looking around for a new UV light option, and I saw that RovyVon, this is a couple months back, was coming out with this. And since I had worked with RovyVon in the past, I sent them it's been a while, but I sent them an email and was like, hey, I don't know if there's an opportunity to check this out. And they said, you know what? There is, and we will send you one. It took a little while. This did come directly from China. But yeah, shout out to RovyVon for hooking it up. So that being said, so I got this for free. I get to keep it. I don't have to give it back. But as y'all know, it doesn't matter if I get something for free or not. I'm going to give y'all my true thoughts and opinions on it. But because they are cool enough to send it out, I figured, I got to give it a fair shot. Just like I did with the Angel Eyes. I had another, I'll put that up here. I had another light from them before. And it wasn't bad. I've had the smaller Aurora. A lot of people have the smaller Aurora flashlights from RovyVon. I got a couple of those. They're good lights. I don't got a problem with RovyVon. So this is a light. It's in style of the Arcfeld from Olight. In fact, there's a lot of comparisons to be made to the Arcfeld that I'll get into in a little bit. But overall dimensions, it's a little over 5 inches long by about an inch and a quarter wide by about an inch at its widest. It does come with a dual way pocket clip. It's not super deep carry. And I do like the finish of it. The finish is it's a 6063 aluminum body. And then they have stone-washed and sandblasted the switches, which I think are nice. And got a matching pocket clip, like I said. And you can take the pocket clip off. It did, I guess I should say, comes in a what I thought was a very confusingly hard to open box. There's a charging cable in there and some instructions. And then it comes with a little Allen wrench and some extra screws if you, I guess, either strip those out or lose one. But yeah, so that's what comes in the box. But and then it is a, what did it say? It's a HA3 anodization. It's like this matte finish. It's got a little bit of a gloss to it, but I like the finish of this. It is, I'll pull out the Olight here in just a second. I like the finish of it. It's got some knurling texturing to the body there. Doesn't, I don't know. I don't think you need much of a grip on a flashlight, really, personally. But so I like the idea of this flashlight, and I don't know. So it is geared towards EDC in the in one of the write-ups that they have for it. Let me see what it says here. So it's just on RovyVon's website, calling it an EDC flashlight. I thought I saw something somewhere else having a write-up about how it's a great EDC light. And I guess EDC is eye of the beholder. It's what are your everyday tasks? To me, as awesome as this light is, and I'll get into the features, It has so much going on that I don't know that I will carry this as an EDC light. I will absolutely probably keep this in the truck. I think this is going to become my new truck light, or something I'll toss in the backpack to have around. But yeah, a lot going on. For starters, it's got three switches. You got this side switch that controls these front LEDs, and then you have this raised light or switch there, and then this flat one there. Going over the functions of it, just to get. All right, let me back up for a second. This will probably be the last flashlight I technically review, I guess. There's so much going on with flashlights that I forget. I'm not a good. This guy is not a reviewer, and there's just so much to remember. And y'all know me, I'm scatterbrained. But start cycling through the modes of operation, for the actual light itself, you use this raised one. It has a max output of 1,800 lumens. That's turbo mode, and you just simply long press, and that gives you 1,800. And you'll see after about 10 seconds that max output will step down. There it goes. Just step down. And I don't know what it steps down to, but you got this cool white light beam there. What I do like about this, though, is even though it's stepped down, I can get right back to it if it doesn't lock it out, and it doesn't get particularly too hot down here at the emitter. And then so double click to start cycling through the modes. That is 10 lumens for the eco mode or moonlight mode. Another single press. And I'll roll in some footage real quick of me testing this out here real quick. How about that? So if I did this properly, I am switching over to show you guys the lumen capability of the RovyVon E80 Angel Eyes. I'm about maybe 50 feet or so away from my truck. This is the single click turbo mode. Just step down. That was 1,800 lumens. I'm not sure what it steps down to after 10 seconds. However, if I release, I can instantly go back to the turbo mode. And it's going to step down again here momentarily. There, it just stepped down. And I did not see what it steps down to. But out here at the Sauk River, river's edge, across there is probably 150 feet, maybe. But if I cycle through, double click, that is the eco mode, or no, is it? Yes. Okay, that is eco mode, or the moonlight mode, which is only 10 lumens. You can see I can't even see that rock out there. Single click gets me to 60 lumens. I can kind of start seeing the rock out there. High now or medium, I'm at 200 lumens. And high, I am at 800 lumens. Single press off, back to turbo mode. So there you go. It's not too shabby. Yeah. That concludes the lumen test. What was that? What the? What? Man! About that. So if I did that right, you will have seen the how it performs. And then to get to, it also has a laser, which I never really have the point of using or the need to use a laser, but just a single press there, long press, and you get a laser. And then it actually is 2 powers of laser, I noticed. If you press it again, the beam gets a little bit higher or brighter. And then if you want to get to the UV mode, which is a 3-watt UV, you triple 1, 2, 3. And it's not going to show up here, but I'll actually roll in some footage of that, the UV light, right now too. Here is a look at the, I believe it's a 3-watt UV light on the emitter here, and you just give it a double click, and it'll start illuminating everything. It's bright, man. It's bright. This is just some of my glow stuff. I just got this from Brian F. Shout out Mitten State EDC. My Xeno bead. Chromatic EDC. That's chromatic EDC right there too. And right there. And Choo Choo he doesn't glow, but he will light up with some UV. There you go. There's a look at how well it charges everything. And here's using the front of it. This is just the low lumen. I think it's just 1 lumen is all it is. Look at some dude art. And then some hidden gems when you give it a triple tap. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Look at that. Shout out to some dude. Carl. Now too. So the functionality of it is good. It's working good. I like the lumen capabilities of the main light there, and then the side switch there, single press, or no, hold on, long press, 1 click, and then you start cycling through. You get up to 200 lumens on the side, and that's a nice feature, I suppose. And then double click will get you this red light, and you can cycle through that. It does have a beacon, like a rescue, and then like a beacon function. And then you can also, 1, 2, 3, get to the UV of that as well. So a lot going on. It does have USB-C fast charging capabilities. It's a 3000 milliamp battery, and you can see the charging indicator there. I've been using this light a lot, and it stayed. I haven't had to charge out of the box. I didn't charge it. Came charged, and I gotta say, I've used this for a couple days now, and it's only gone down 1 bar. And I'll flash up the indicator right there on the different. Lost my train of thought. Yeah, the charging indicator. I'll show you the different levels there. But as far as EDC goes, there's just so much going on with this. I don't know that I would want this to be my daily carry. One, it's just it's kind of bulky in a way, but you can see how it compares to like a Para 3 there. It's longer in size for sure. And I do like a little bit more compact light for EDC. That being said, this one isn't much smaller, but this has been my EDC light now for the past 6 months or so. This is the Dawson Machinecraft Ion Slim. And this dethroned my EDC light of, excuse me, of about 3 years. The Dapper Design Ion. I love everything about this light. The only thing that this light never had that I really wanted in an EDC light was a tail switch, tail light cap. And that's what I've really liked about going back to this style of light. And for EDC purposes, I want something simple. I just want a tail switch that I can turn on and off. I don't want to have to cycle through and do double presses and single presses and hold down and cycle through. I just want a on, off on a tail switch. That's really what I want in an EDC light. So that's why this is my dedicated EDC light. This is in pocket every single day. But I suppose, like, if you were so when you say EDC again, what does that mean to you? If you had a job where you're like a bouncer or something, and you have to like check IDs and keep an eye on a crowd or something, I think this would be a great option. This will fit in your pocket. It's not overly bulky while you're on the job, and to check an ID with a UV light if you need to. If you need to just spot check someone real quick, hit them with a 1,800 lumens, you can do that. So I think that if you are in that kind of line of work, this would be a fabulous option. And yeah, so that's what's up with the E80. I said I would compare it a little bit to the Arcfeld from Olight. This is a good light, and this they have the Arcfeld Pro, I think, that's a little bit bigger, that also has a laser, and that would be a little bit more comparable to this. Smaller in size, a little bit more affordable. I think you saw when I flashed it. These are coming in at $109, and you can order them off Amazon. And hey, why not? I'll put my affiliate link in the description if you do want to pick one of these up. But I still think, even though this is probably, I think the Arcfeld Pro is going for like $80 or something, maybe 85, and they have different sales and different codes and whatnot that you can use. I still think I go with the E80 all day. As much as I have liked this light, it's too slick for me. I don't really like the dial, although it is a simple interface. I don't really care for the dial on there. And again, it's just really slick, but much more slim and more pocketable for sure. But I think for what you get for the extra $20 or so, this is the better option. And I think they have the E90 Angel Eyes, and the whole Angel Eyes things is just because it's dual emitter. I think that's called. And look, if you're coming to find out what I will link to all the specs in there. I don't know about the CRI and what kind of emitters they're using and all that. That's not my jam. There's other guys out there that'll do a better job. But I will say, compared to the Olight, I do think that the Angel Eyes E80 is better than the Arcfeld. And last thing I wanted to say is these lights come with the dual way clip, and I know that that's a big thing, and you obviously get much deeper carry, and I think they could have designed this light to have its more deeper carry. If that's really what you wanted to try to do, they could redesign that pocket clip to make it deep carry. But these longer lights, I know the dual way clip is so you can clip it onto like the bill of your hat, which I do like with the Dapper Ion, because it's a nice small light, and it's not hanging out there too far. I like that. I don't get that capability with the Dawson's Machine Craft. However, I tried this while I was out last night, and this hanging off the bill of your hat, at least for me, you guys can't see me putting it on, but it makes the front of your hat real heavy, and it makes my hat want to start falling off. It is only a little over 4 ounces, but it just doesn't feel right. So I guess if you're in a pinch, yeah, you could do that. But I keep an actual headlamp in the truck as well. I got all sorts of lights in the truck, but that is not. I don't need that dual clip on this light. But that's just me personally. You might be able to get away with that and be okay with it. So, in conclusion, is this a good EDC option for you? Well, I think it's got a lot going for it. It is rather spendy. You're coming in over $100. But I do think that, again, depending on what you're trying to do, I can recommend this light. I just don't know how EDC friendly it's going to be. Again, if you don't mind doing double clicks and It does have a lockout feature too, which I think all lights do. Press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that'll lock it out. And then 1, 2, 3 to unlock. Oh, that's the strobe feature. Didn't even get into that, but yeah, I think it's a good light. It is not for me to EDC though, but again, it depends on what you're trying to do with your EDC. So after seeing all that, if you think that it's gonna float your EDC boat, I say go get it. You won't be disappointed. Yeah, and as I said also, there's just too much going on with flashlight reviews for me. Man, that's a good cup of coffee. I don't normally like take a big gulp, but I made a damn fine cup of coffee with this batch. Yeah, too much going on with EDC, or excuse me, with flashlight reviews. I realized talking about a knife is so much easier. Which, by the way, Lynch Northwest did start the turn the limited run back on. So if you want to get yourself a Where's Said Stevie Lynch Northwest clip for any of your pocket knives, you can do so. Or you can get yourself a set of Fibonacci titanium scales for your Para 3 or PM2. That'll be linked in the description as well. I put a tritium insert from Glow Rhino in there. But it's so much easier to, I guess, review a knife. And there's just so much going on. I'm out of my element on talking about all the stuff that is important about lights that I just don't care about. I really don't. I don't care about emitters and CRI and all that. I just want to know, is it bright enough for what I need? And honestly, guys, we talk about lumens all the time, and you think you need all the lumens for EDC tasks. 200 lumens is really probably all I really ever need. That right there, or in the that right there is probably all the lumens I ever really need. I'm just using an EDC light to find stuff that I drop in my truck or in my office or something. If I'm going on a walk or something, I got a dedicated flashlight that I bring. So, yeah, don't think you'll see too much more flashlight content from me. But let me know what y'all think. I appreciate you tuning in. Again, if you want to pick one up and you watch this video, there's an Amazon link in there. No one in the history of anywhere has ever used my Amazon link before. I signed up for the affiliate program like years ago. Every month I get a statement saying you've had 0 sales. So that's okay too. If you use someone else's or maybe you have your own, that's just fine. But yeah. But that's all I got for you folks today. I do truly appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't already, you can subscribe right there. And then you can check out that video right there. And until the next one, I bid you mofos or deuces. Bye-bye. Ooh, where's my cursor? There's my cursor. Deuces.